G'day viewers. A little review on these new knives that I just recently got. Oh shit, I've just noticed the screws come out of that. just spotted it. Well. Must be laying on here on the floor somewhere, or it's gone up the vacuum cleaner. Anyway, I'll get another one of them, I suppose. Right, what these are called is the X19. It says Gerber on it, but it's not a Gerber, is it? You know, the Chinese, they're like when they make knives, what do you call it, anything. But anyway, yeah, so they're spring assisted, or start off as spring assisted anyway. You see, this one's not spring assisted anymore. I had this one for one day, I think, and the spring broke. I didn't think you'd get the spring out of them. I thought that the spring was an integral part of the frame or the liner, but pulled the knife to pieces and it actually unscrews and comes out. So, and how they've made the spring is, before they put the liner in the knife, it looks like it's been stamped. They stamp the liner and cut this spring shape out. Then they must send the spring off to be heat treated, and when it returns it goes back into the knife, screws in to its original place. Yeah, so I reckon that this spring was, the heat treat on it was wrong and they'd made it too brittle and it just snapped, which was a little bit annoying. Yeah, so this first one, I paid $37 for this, which in Australia that doesn't sound too much, but to you Americans that'd sound pretty expensive, I reckon, for a cheaply made Chinese knife. Although I don't think they're absolute garbage, they're bloody solid and heavy. They're really heavy. I think it's about 5 ounces, a little bit over 5 ounces. So they're pretty bloody heavy. And I've tested the glass breaker out on a sheet of tin, sheet metal, galvanised sheet metal it was, and she popped holes through it, no worries. So I'd say that'd work fine on a glass window or something, a car window like. Yeah, right, so a few specifications on these knives. It's the model X19. We won't call it a Gerber, shall we? The overall length is 22.5 centimetres. Blade length is 9 centimetres. Blade width is 2.5 centimetres at the widest point. The handle length is 13 centimetres. The blade material is 3CR13. The hardness is 55 HRC. Blade thickness is 0.29 centimetres. Handle material just says steel. Net weight of the knife is 240 grams. And lock, it says side lock. I think they mean liner lock. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so I was pretty disappointed that the spring gave way like that, and then I contacted the fellow that I brought it off and asked him if he had replacement springs. Of course he didn't, and actually the fellow that I brought this knife off, he didn't reply. He gave me no reply. So I contacted another chap, which I got this one off, and I just contacted him to ask him if he had any springs, which he never, but he said he would sell me one of these for $15 instead, and his were the same price, $37, which leads me to think that the fellow that was selling the original one is the same fellow that was selling these. There's three guys on eBay Australia that are all selling these knives, and all the other knives they're selling are all identical as well, and they all come from the same state in the country. So I don't know, I'm just guessing that this could be the same fella. He might have felt a bit bad and decided to let me have the new one for $15. I don't know. Perhaps not, but anyway. So it'll be interesting to see how long the spring lasts in this one for. But I'm pretty sure I can knock one of these up. I've made a few springs in the past for guns and things. So I won't be able to do the heat treating. I'll take that to be done by someone else. But I should definitely be able to cut one of these out, I think. That's all it is. There's not much to it. Where's it go with that? Where did it go up that way? So that's her. The spring. Damn thing. See why most automatic knives are coil spring, eh? Leaf springs are not. Don't have the life expectancy as a coil does, that's for sure. As you see with the old Boca coil spring. This coil spring's been in this knife for about 7 years or something like that. And it never ever lets me down. Oh, I've still got on crackle macro. Yeah, so the old Boca AK-47. Perfect spring, 7 years old or more, still rocking on. Probably last for another 7 years. But yeah, so that's it. Oh, it's got a bloody seatbelt cutter in it. That was pretty friggin' useless. I've got an old piece of seatbelt out in the car. I should have grabbed that and shown you how useless it is. It barely cuts string. Put it this way, if I was in a car accident and I was stuck, or someone else was stuck with a seatbelt around them, I wouldn't be trying to cut the bloody thing with that. I'd just pop the blade out and just cut it with the blade. At least you know you get the job done straight away then. Oh, that was another issue that I had with these knives, and I've come across it on a few other Chinese spring assisted knives too, which they really need to address, because someone's going to get injured. I'm sure someone has already been cut. And the issue is how easily the blade pops out, flicks out. The amount of pressure you've got to put on the flipper is just ridiculous. I mean, you just touch it and it fires. It's got no blade retention. I don't even know how that sits there, and that's virtually all it's doing. It's just sitting there. It's not sucked in or anything like that. Not safe at all. You see, like, so when I push this blade in, it doesn't suck in. There's no retention. I've tightened this pivot up all the way, so the blade's not free. But if I loosen that off a little bit and just tip it up like that, oh, it even pops out of that. Just the slightest bit of downward force and pops out. But anyway, that's reasonably safe, I suppose, without the spring in it. But I mean, even still, if that's in your pocket, you know, and it gets pressed, it starts popping out, doesn't it? I think they should just put a manual lock on the damn things. I know lots of people don't like locks. Well, you don't have to use it, do you? But it should be on there for those people that do want to use it. The same as a safety catch on a firearm. You mightn't like it. Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But they should be there in case someone else would like to use them. This little rant about safety catches anyway. But yeah, that's a legitimate reason, you know, why I say that these should have a safety of some kind on them, because it pops out way too easy. So if you had that in your pocket, she's tipped down only. I don't know why they didn't put screw holes up this end. Oh, that's another thing too, the bloody pocket clip. She rocks backwards and forwards. But yeah, so if you got this in your pocket and you was to lean up against something on the flipper there, just touch that flipper, you know, just the slightest amount of pressure, and it's going to open in your pocket. Now, some people said to me, oh, they can't open in your pocket. Well, that's bullcrap, because I've had them open in my pocket, and it's not a very pleasant experience, especially when it's right beside your wedding tackle. Don't want one of them near there, that's for sure. Righto, well, that's about me review on these X19 knives, spring assisted knives. Oh, there's something else I'll show you. Give us a Craggle macro going there. Oh, where is it? Look here. They put two pocket clips on it. What happened then? Someone forgot to take their glasses to work, I think, that morning when they put this knife together. I don't know why they have these blue liners there. It looks a little bit, you know, a little bit leery. A little bit leery for me. Yeah. I just would have had them, you know, the same colour as this, grey or black or something. whatever. Anyway, that's them, the X19 Chinese spring assisted knife. That's them, folks. And I'm out of here. So take care, and I'll see you later. And cheerio. Thanks for watching. See you next time.